Hi, welcome to Wondering Wednesdays. This is a new segment I'm going to drop every Wednesday that's going to answer those odd questions that maybe you never thought of, or maybe we're too embarrassed to ask. So I am here today with Ryan Beebe with Beebe's Termite and Pest Control, and Chris Kelly, who is the Technical Director with Ryan at Beebe's Pest and Termite Control.
Ms. Kristy, thank you for allowing us to be here today. We're really excited to be able to be more informative to the customers and your clients about termite protection and treatments along the Gulf Coast.
Termites are one big scary word for a lot of homeowners here in South Alabama. Can you tell me a little bit about termites and how they get started in the house?
Some of the common signs of termite activity in a home is actually termites themselves. Sometimes they have wings, and those are the ones that are known as swarmers that we see early on in the year. And some of them actually are white-bodied, and those are the workers. So if you happen to maybe flake a mud tube, which is a shelter tube for them, then you'll see those termites. So the best thing to help keep termites away from your home is to basically control the moisture that may be there, whether it's downspouts that need to be extended away from the structure, whether there's ventilation that needs to happen underneath the structure, if there's a crawl space, and even for an attic, making sure that there's proper ventilation there in order to reduce the moisture as best as possible.
And I'll add that conducive conditions like wood-to-ground contact, irrigation that may be installed too close to the house that's spraying on the house are contributing factors to termite infestations as well.
Then, in order to protect them, we call Beebe's Termite and Pest Control. What type of bonds do you guys have?
So a termite bond is commonly old language that was used because back in the day you would have to have that amount of money that you were going to guarantee in damages set aside in a separate account. Now insurance companies are more involved, and so we have things called warranties, and warranties offer the same protection against termites as the bonds did. You just don't have to hold that load of cash in a separate account, if you will, in order to cover those damages.
The benefits of having a termite bond is definitely a proactive measure to making sure your home is protected properly by a professional. There's two different bonds or warranties that you can have in our industry, one being a retreatment only policy, the other being a damage policy, which means basically when termites infest the home, the company should be eradicating the termites as well as fixing any damage that they may have caused.
And what is formosan? What does that mean? In our Alabama contracts, it actually even states, do you have a termite bond? And if you do, as a seller, does it have formosan? So I'm sure many people are wondering what formosan is.
Formosan termites are also subterranean termites, such as the native easterns. The fear of them all is the fact that the colony is so much larger than an eastern subterranean termite colony. So more mouths to feed requires more cellulose. And so that was the great fear, but the protection that we provide takes care of both eastern subterranean as well as formosan termites.
A lot of my homeowners do remodels, especially nowadays. Do they need a new bond? And if so, what type of bond, or is it a warranty?
Sure, I think the number one thing is to contact your existing termite provider and make sure that they have the procedures and protocols in play to take on that renovation and that it doesn't void their warranty. Sometimes when you get another company come in and treat the home that has an existing warranty on it by the competition, it will void it. So talk to them first, see if they are in the business of doing remodels, and if so, at least get an inspection and a treatment procedure from them.
When you're building a home, what type of treatment do you do in homes from the beginning to the end?
So at Beebe's Pest Control, we provide soil treatments, we provide wood preservative borate treatments, as well as a Centricon always active colony elimination program. What we're seeing now in our industry, it's very hard to get termite coverage and protection and a warranty on a home that has foam insulation installed. So you definitely want to check with your termite provider to make sure that they cover that. If not, a lot of homes are left vulnerable to termite infestation because they have no protection around the home. So it's definitely a small percentage of companies bonding and giving warranties on homes that have foam insulation. But again, Beebe's Pest Control, we're still bonding those homes and putting warranties on them homes with damage policies as long as we're able to do our three-part treatment.
Hi, we're here at a typical home that you'll find in the south area of Alabama. It's a monolithic home that also has wooden piers. And this is a common design, but what we're here to do today is kind of show you some things around the property that may want termites to be here as opposed to your neighbor's house. One thing that we happen to look for is just knowing that this is wood to ground. Thank goodness this home has had a proper treatment before the construction phase. Aside from that, we're looking at any sort of trees that may be around it because that's what termites are looking for. They're looking for cellulose material. So whether it's mulch in your bedding, pine straw, or hardwood trees or softwood trees, they just want cellulose.
Another example that as a professional we look for is what we call the inspection zone. On a monolithic pour home, we look to see if we could see at least 3 to 4 inches of inspection zone here. And what we're looking for is potential shelter tubes that may be coming up here allowing termites to get into the structure. With a proper treatment, then these things should be taken care of, but the inspection at least once a year is super important.
Right now we're on the inside of a structure, and what we commonly look for are any potential entry points, and that could be something as minute as plumbing penetration. A lot of the times people are looking underneath sinks, but one of the commonly missed areas are the AC lines that are coming in through the slab. So any sort of penetration coming through a slab is the proper amount of size of maybe a 1/16 of an inch that the termite needs to enter the structure.
As Chris was speaking about in homes, penetration points being a main source of entry, we also annually during our inspection, we look around windows similar to this. We're looking for conducive conditions, maybe moisture that's sitting on the ledge, buckling of paint or blistering of paint. So the key focuses are windows, doors, plumbing penetration points. What we're doing here is sounding the wood. We'll also need to open this window up just to make sure we don't have no activity inside the window frames. And so what we're looking for is, again, some wings that the termites may have shed, some mud tubing that may be going on.
Thank you for joining us for our first segment of Wondering Wednesday with Mr. Ryan Beebe and Chris Kelly with Beebe's Termite and Pest Control.